What's good, YouTube? It is your boy, Big Cool, coming to you from Colossal Sports TV. And I am back with another video. As you all can tell by the title, I will be asking a simple question and then giving my opinion. Is Danny Garcia shot? Ponder on that before you let me know down in the comment section below. And question never really ran across my mind until I seen Regis Prograis, former WBA junior welterweight champion, pretty much call Danny Garcia out, saying that he believes he's shot and that he'll be a cakewalk. I'll post a link from 3kingsboxing.com down in the description box below so you all can check that out for yourself. But that got me to wondering, Be cool, is Danny Swift Garcia shot? Because recently, another article for 3kingsboxing.com that I wrote, Keith Thurman pretty much, said that Danny Garcia doesn't have that dog in him, doesn't have that fight. And, said that he's been having trouble ever since he moved from 140 to 147. I'll also post that link down in the description box below. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Make sure you subscribe to Colossal Sports TV right now. Turn on those notifications so you get notified every time I upload content. Danny Garcia, obviously, is an easy target right now. This guy, a 2-division world champion, reigned at 140, had every belt except one. He was the WBC welterweight champion at one point at 147. He's been in the ring with everybody. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Zab Judah, Eric Morales twice, Amir Khan, Lucas Matisse, when everybody thought Matisse was just a straight killer, which he was, but Danny Garcia showed him that, nah, bruh, that Argentina power.
And by Matisse would knock the mouthpiece of Garcia out. It will go flying. A very nice straight right hand. And this turned out to be, as you watch it in slow motion, that's a great shot. I've never seen us get one like that.
Won't affect me, you know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia has proven to have one of the best chins this decade in boxing. He's never been dropped, to my knowledge, maybe early on in his career, but ever since he started to, step up in competition, he's never been dropped. You know what I'm saying? His chin is granite. He has that left hook. People like to call it the no-look left hook that he loves to throw. He decimated punk-ass Rod Salka.
Gets rocked with that left hook. Salka down, and it's over. Statement made by Danny Garcia.
With it a few years back in their fight. But is he shot? And let's take it back to December 5th, 2020. Just last month, just last year, he embarrassed himself. He was going against a great fighter, unified welterweight champion, Errol Spence Jr. And this wasn't just a Spence that has been fighting consistently, that, typical, all 4, 5, 6 months. This is a guy in Spence who was coming off of a horrendous one-car accident where he flipped his Ferrari. He was, ejected from the car, had broken teeth, broken ribs. It was a near-fatal accident. And he came back as good as possible, considering the damage that, admittedly, he did to himself, and dominated a likely future Hall of Famer in Danny Garcia. Now, it wasn't solely on Danny Garcia. Yes, he's the fighter. His job is to go in there and throw punches, make his opponent miss and pay, utilize all his skills and everything that he prepared, for that particular fight. But also his corner, Angel Garcia, who happens to be his father, failed miserably. And I feel like he's been stuck in neutral for a while now. I know he loves his Pops, but Pops ain't getting it done. He's just not. He's the mouthpiece. He's great at promoting a fight, getting under, his son's opponent's skin, making Danny Garcia more marketable, because Danny Garcia is a more reserved, laid back, calm, cool, calm, and collected guy, so he doesn't do the rah-rah talking. That's what Angel is for. And I think that's what he's better served as than a trainer. Even though he got his son into boxing, blase. At this point, at 32 years of age, he's definitely at a career crossroads. He's definitely at a crossroads because it's obvious that he's no longer an elite welterweight. You know, you got Thurman, Pacquiao, Spence, Crawford, Porter. You know what I'm saying? Just to name a few. And then you got Jerron Ennis. You got Virgil Ortiz, who's coming. You still got Jamal James, who's kind of like, he's not an elite, but he's very good. You got your Dennis Ugas. So those guys right there could all give Danny a run for his money. And I'm not saying he can't beat those guys either. I don't think he beats, well, it's clear he ain't going to beat Spence. And I definitely don't think he beats Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he beats Pacquiao either, but Pacquiao is kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But I also don't believe that he's shot. I believe that he needs to be, you know, rejuvenated with a new trainer, you know, can teach him some things. Like I said, at 32 years of age, he's pretty much set in his ways. But I still feel that if he wants to and he works hard enough, he can tweak some things and, you know, give it another run. Now, will it be at 147? I do not know. Possibly at 154. He has mentioned it in the past of going to 154. But his prospects of becoming a 3-division world champion up there, as it sits now, I don't like him. You got Jermell Charlo. You still got Julian J. Rob Williams. You got Jared Hurd. Depends on if he can make the weight anymore. It's just a lot of guys. You got Patrick Teixeira, who's the WBO junior middleweight champion. You got J.C. Rosario, who got knocked out by Jermell, but he's still a threat. His power, you know what I'm saying, his natural size. And some of these other guys at 147 that he's with are eventually going to move up to 154. So where does Danny Garcia go? How can he regroup and get himself back into contention? You know what I'm saying? He needs a fresh start. I don't think he's shot. It wasn't like he was gun shy in his fight with Errol Spence. I just believe that Errol Spence, although he was out like 14, 15, 16 months, I believe that his jab, the power, the physical strength, the size, it surprised Danny, which he admitted to in the post-fight press conference. And I think that it made him kind of stuck in the mud. And that also plays into Angel Garcia not being able to give him, you know, instructions to adjust. It seemed like they just had one game plan. One game plan. They didn't have a plan B, C, D, E, and so forth and so on. And when you're on this level, fighting these guys, you got to have multiple game plans, or you're going to end up getting embarrassed, getting knocked out, or just suffering a one-sided defeat. And that's exactly what Danny Garcia did. But I don't agree with Regis Prograis on Danny Garcia being shot. I don't think he's a, you know, easy fight by no means. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a special caliber fighter to do what Errol Spence did. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence coming off of no fight since his September 2019 fight against Sean Porter is amazing what he did. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing for him to do that. That just shows how great a fighter he really is and where he's going if he continues to stay on the right path. Keith Thurman had major success. You know, Sean Porter, success, he won. All three of these guys, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and Errol Spence, defeated Danny Garcia. However, they did knock him out. So his chin is always going to be there. He got the left hook. He got the experience. He got the championship pedigree. I just think he needs to shake up his corner. I think he needs to be rejuvenated. He needs to do something different, because if he continues on the way he's going to continue to lose. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't forget Mauricio Herrera. I personally felt that Herrera won that fight. Although it took place in Puerto Rico, which Danny is a Puerto Rican, although he was born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His pops and everybody, his family are from Puerto Rico. That was a homecoming fight, so to speak. And I think he was benefited by the judges. But I think that Danny Garcia has a lot left in the tank. I think that he just needs to switch trainers. I know I done said this multiple times in the video, but that's what I truly believe needs to happen in order for him to get back to, you know, being competitive and not just a name, you know, a guy that, oh, he's a 2-division world champion. He'll be a good name on my resume. I think that this loss to Spence, considering everything leading up to this fight for Spence and how it could have been a perfect opportunity for Garcia. I think he really dropped the ball, him and his father. And I think that another performance like that is really going to really have more people questioning and calling Danny Garcia shot. Let me know in the comment section down below. I don't think he shot. It'll be interesting to see who he faces in his next fight. Where does he go from here at 147? He's not going back down to 140. So he's either 147 or 154. And I don't like his prospects at 154. You know what I'm saying? So let me know. What do you think is the best move for Danny Garcia? Get a new trainer, go up to 154 and experiment up there. What is it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Until next time, I am out. Peace.